Yeah, it's been a minute since we made us a video. So we're gonna do today is, well, I take back. It's not been a minute. I've gave y'all some YouTube shorts. Now, yeah, it's not doing a actual video for the channel because I've really been needing to do one, and if the video looks any more clear, that's because I'm using the GoPro. Finally got me one, and so they don't have to use up all my phone storage. Did try to make some videos going fishing, and it was just too early in the year around here, and I just wasn't prepared, and so yeah, didn't have much luck. So we're gonna try to start tuning up the red truck. I don't know if y'all remember seeing it in one of the previous videos, but this is it right here. It's 2005 Chevy Silverado 4.3 liter V6. It's my first truck. Now I have another truck, but I mean, it's a truck I got when I was 15, and I've definitely have used it. If you couldn't tell, I mean, there's some dents. I'm missing a couple of center caps. Of course, I got the aftermarket wheels and tires on it, which I'm gonna gotta find some new center caps for them. I went ahead and tinted the windows and got a brow put on it. The big goal is we're gonna try to start fixing this thing back up. Now, this is still gonna be the hunting truck and the work truck, but we're gonna try to get it fixed back up to where you know, it's not falling apart. Now, I did try to get some injectors at O'Reilly's because the injectors are all clogged up. I found some injectors on Amazon, and they were like $50 for 6 of them. I almost ordered them, but then I was like, well, I don't want to wait for them, so I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's because I gotta get the oil and oil filter and an air filter and all that stuff anyways. So why not go ahead and, you know, just pick them up there? Well, I'm glad I didn't, because they were $100 more at O'Reilly's, but I mean, they came with the tubes and everything, and I really don't care to get the tubes. I mean, probably should get them, but I'm not worried about it. I might go back and get it, but just, let's see. Oh, another thing about this truck, I did put an aftermarket exhaust on it. It's a 1 in 2 out Flowmaster with echo tips, and they're turned down. Did have that put on this after I graduated. A buddy had wrecked his truck. He had that exhaust on there, and so yeah, here's how it sounds right now. It sounds a little bit rough, just because I did let it sit just a little bit too long. Trying to avoid the license plate. I mean, I don't think it sounds half bad. And hold on, let me turn down the radio. That is not my music. It's not my music. Anyways, cosmetically, there is plenty of stuff to do to it to fix it back up, like the headliner. Number one, it's fallen. Replacing the headlights, taillights. The bulbs are fine. Just want to replace the housings because they've gotten pretty foggy. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. But then there's like my latch for opening my hood from, like, unlocking it from the inside of the truck. It is broken, so I gotta fix that. I mean, the cable's still there. I can pull it with a pair of pliers, but I need to get a new one. But yeah, this is gonna be probably a little series that we'll do. Like today, we're gonna change the oil in it, and we're gonna put a new air filter in it, and that's probably gonna be it for the day. We might go ahead and put these other taillights in it. I kind of don't want to, because I want to wait until I get some new headlights, and I think y'all are really gonna like the headlights I have picked out. I want to go ahead and add a brush guard, and I want to add a headache rack, and what else? There's a couple other little things here and there I wanted to add to the truck to kind of, I think it'd make it look a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all down for a minute while I get the truck turned around and parked where we're gonna change the oil at and everything, and I'll pick y'all back up then. Well, let me turn it just a little bit more. All right. Well, we probably should be starting with the oil and everything. I know the camera's probably sitting at a weird angle. We'll try to fix that. See how it does sitting on top of the battery. Hey, looky there, y'all are straight now. But I went ahead and got an air filter for this thing, because I know back when I was in college I was pretty good about going ahead and blowing out the air filter every now and then, but I have not done that in quite a while. There should be something on top of that, but there is not. Or no, that's where you recharge the air. Need more windshield washer fluid. That's not windshield washer fluid, but yeah, we need more windshield washer fluid. We need the belt doesn't have that much play, to be honest. I know I'm leaking a little bit of brake fluid every now and then from somewhere, and we will track that down one day. Not worried about today. Actually, I'm not. Alright, so this coolant reservoir. Might add some coolant to it. I know I have some in the building. I don't think it's hot. We'll go ahead and... It should be. Woo! It might need some. That sucked air. We're gonna add some. Just double check, make sure, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's good. I'll probably use some of this. Yeah. Let's see. That was a good way how to pour this. Woo, it's drinking it. Let it bubble down a little bit. That should be good. I haven't added any coolant in a hot minute, and it shows. So there's one thing done. Alright, put that cap back on. Still want to change out the belt one day, just because it has been squeaking quite a bit. We're gonna go ahead and change out this air filter. So. Well, it's a little dirty, I'd say. I'll bring it up a little bit closer. And it's not so much that it's just super dirty. Oh, well, good thing I have another one. It's just this thing's also getting old. And I mean, it probably would have lasted till the day this truck just decided it was done. But we got a brand new air filter. We're gonna put it in. It's just like a glove, just not OJ's glove. There we go. Tighten this all back up. We'll move on to the oil. At least this video, there's a little bit more going on in it than just me changing that battery in a four-wheeler, because I still don't like that. That was one of my videos, but trying to start the channel needed something to record, and lo and behold, I figured, hey, how about we get that four-wheeler back going? Bada bing, bada boom. Time to zoom, zoom, zoom. And I really don't have a preference on filters. I just know Wix has always been the brand that I've gotten for my oil filters and my fuel filter, well, my oil filters. And so whenever I was getting that air filter, I just figured, I was like, well, my truck's always done good with their oil filters. They must know a little bit of something about filter. But we are going to crawl up underneath the truck and we're going to start draining some oil on this puppy. So let me get y'all set up underneath there. Well, y'all can just go underneath there with me. I gotta get my socket set underneath there, and I need to get this drain bucket and oil filter wrench underneath there, and that should be everything I need for right now until I get the, well, wait a minute. I'll wait until I go to pull the old, after I pull the old oil filter to put the new one on. And to be perfectly honest, this is the first time in a long time that I've changed my own oil, just because it tends to be a little bit cheaper taking it somewhere. And uh-oh. This causes some concerns. I wonder if I even have any. No, never mind. Where does that even go to? Oh well. I'm about to say, there is a hole right at the back, right there, that I was thinking like, oh shit, did I lose my plug? But it's right there on the side. So we are good. Now, get him. See. Alright. So 13 millimeter is what's going to fit the best on this. Dog, just stop it. Let's see, 13 millimeter. 9/16 is just a little bit too big. Half inch. Well, 9/16 will slide on there, but there's a lot of play. Half inch. You would think this half inch would almost go on here. It's so snug. I'm afraid it might get stuck. Yeah, I'm gonna bust my knuckles if I try to twist that sucker on there. So, of course, we need this freaking adapter. Don't like using adapters when I'm working, like draining the oil and stuff like that. Let's see. Here's where my problem always is. Trying to figure out what way's loosening it. And it should be pulling the ratchet towards me. Should be loosening it. Yeah, that should be loosening it. Let's see. Oh, fudge. Ah. Let's see. Oh, God. Huh. Well, that's why I don't like using an adapter. That reason right there. Huh. Well, I guess I didn't realize my own strength. I snapped that right off there. What brand is this? Oh, Hyper Tough. That's why. Huh. I thought we were using real tools for a second. Okay. Well, shoot. I guess I'll be right back. I'm going to try to see if I have anything that will work. So I'll pick y'all back up here in a minute. Well, we needed a 13 millimeter, and I almost used an impact. And then I got thinking, I was like, wait just a minute. I got this breaker bar that I use for changing out these tires, and got a 13 that will fit clean on it. So we're gonna try and make this work. We should have enough leverage. Been watching a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean here lately. Oh, there we go. That might be too much. Yep, too much. Not enough room. I think it moved. I think it moved. One downside, I ain't got really a lot of room underneath here. This thing. Yep. me try to get out of the splash zone. Ugh. Come on. God dang. It should be pouring already. Oh, there we go. Woo-wee! Oh, don't get in the grass. Need you to stay clean. I don't know if y'all can see that from y'all's angle. Oh, shit. Had to open up the hole for it to drain. Oh no. Oh no. Now I gotta find rightly where this oil filter is. I'm wanting to say it's right there. We're gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy off. This one, it's always been the pain to get off. But this is the easiest it's come off. I guess I'm finally starting to get those dad muscles, because in high school and stuff, it always was a pain to get this thing off. Yeah, there she pours. Now we gotta make sure this seal came off. It did. Let this drip for a little while. The oil actually doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It doesn't look as dirty as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like sludge coming out, and I mean it's pretty close to sludge, but it still isn't near as bad as what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start crawling out of here because we gotta get that new filter ready. Come out like a worm. Alright. Well, fortunately, I did bring out a rag. So, let me grab that rag. Now, you got one of those microfiber rags I'm using. It's just an old one, so y'all don't worry. It's not like I'm just destroying a brand new one. It's not like I use it to wash my vehicles anyways. I can't remember how I think I got them from my mother-in-law. She used to have a town salon, and she'd use the microfibers a lot cleaning around the tanning salon. Now, not sure how many of y'all have changed your own oil, but if you haven't, one little trick I've always done, which I had told it whenever I was a kid, and whenever I first started changing my own oil, because I used to always do my own. And new Wix oil filter. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all reading it upside down. But whenever I first started doing my own oil, I was told to, whenever you go to put your new filter on, let's get this opened up, to go ahead and fill it up with some of your oil. Oh. Wasted a little bit right there. It's alright, we're not using this whole jug anyways. I go ahead, I fill it up, not usually making that much of a mess. And being that we did make a little bit of a mess, it's making this next part that much easier. This next part, we go ahead and we put a little oil right around that little rubber gasket on top. Now, I never asked why you do that whenever I was told to do it. I just did as I was told. I'm assuming, I'm probably dead ass wrong, but I'm assuming that kind of helps it seal up a little bit better when you put it back in, because then I don't know why it would help really seal up any better. You would think a dry gasket would seal up just fine, but we're gonna do it anyways because it's how I've always done it. And to be perfectly honest, I was a little excited about this video and changing the oil in this truck today. Just because I haven't really done a whole lot of maintenance on this truck in a while. Try to get this up in here. Without spilling anything. I'm gonna have to two-hand it. Alright, it's grabbing. There we go. Now this truck is a 4.3 liter V6, so I got 5 quarts of oil, knowing, well, a 5-gallon little deal, knowing we ain't about to use the whole thing, but we will be using most of it. So instead of buying a bunch of little small deals of oil, I'm sure most of you could agree with me, it's better just to go buy ahead and buy one big one. Come on, get on there, you bastard. There we go. Oh, of course, I'm gonna have to flip it around. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've changed my own oil. But it is something that I believe everyone should know how to do. Because how expensive it's getting to take your vehicle to the mechanic, it's kind of redundant to pay for it and everything. Well, it's kind of dumb to pay for it and everything is what I meant, not redundant. What am I doing? But I think I about have it good and snug. There we go. I don't want to get it too tight where it's going to be a pain to get it off one day. But as long as I can't twist it with my hand, I like to call it good. But the plug's still somewhat clean. But I mean, when I was getting the oil changed in this truck, it wasn't really too expensive. It almost cost just as much to get the oil changed at a shop and have the tires rotated and everything as it would me doing it myself. And I didn't have to do none of the work. There we go. Trying to get this plug good and tight. Huh. Maybe if I move that out of my way. Come on, you heifer. That ain't gonna work. This is let's see. We try this again. Where we stand on it. There we go. Well, that wasn't enough. Come on. Yeah, give my arm a break. See, the problem I'm running into is I ain't got a lot of room with this bar. And by the time I make a rotation, it's let's see. Where did that go? Oh. You know what? That's good. That just let me wipe off my hands and I'll come back and get y'all. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Alright. Y'all probably cannot see. Alright. There's where we put the oil at. Let's check this dipstick. We got it all cleaned off. Stick you back in there. I need to clean out our funnel. I don't want any dirt we don't need in there. So we need to kind of go down to where there's only really a little under a quart left. Let's see. We ain't nowhere near it yet. About a quart more. Yeah, I've accidentally put 5 quarts, not realizing in it, and It'd be way too much. Just a little bit more. And just a tad more. We're gonna call that good right there, guys. Set that to the side. See what it looks like on the dipstick. It's at full. I don't know if y'all can see that little sheen, but it's at the very top line and no further. Well, just a little bit further. But it might go down just a little bit after we run it, because we just did drain all the oil out of it. So therefore, it's got to kind of flow through now. So, any guesses on what to do next if y'all haven't changed your own oil before? Which, you know, let the ones that haven't answered, and not, you know, all you guys that you could tear down a motor in the middle of the night and have it rebuilt before daylight, because I sure as hell can't do that. But the answer is to start the truck and let it run for a few minutes. Make sure it gets all the oil where it needs to go in the motor. I think it sounds better after we change the air filter. It sounds like it's breathing a little bit better. Give it a little gas. Our oil pressure is reading just fine. We do have that check engine light on, and I'm wanting to say that's because I'm betting money. Keep messing up. I'm pretty sure it's because of the injectors are getting a little clogged up, because I know whenever I get going down the road, it will start flashing. And I talked to my buddy who's a mechanic, and he said usually it'll start flashing when you have an injector clogged up. And I did let this truck sit a lot a couple years ago to where there's a chance it may be clogged up. Now I've been trying to run injector cleaner through it. We ain't got no drippage underneath it, but I'm saying. So that means we have everything tightened up pretty good. Anyways, we'll let it run for a couple more minutes before we shut her off and check the oil again. But gonna try this week possibly to order the new headlights, and I have a new grill that I've looked into that I really like, and I might see how much it is again, and if it's within a good price range with also buying those headlights, we may go ahead and buy both, and then do another video of just changing out the lights and looking at the new look of it, go wash it, and with a new grill in it and everything. I would like to repaint it. If there's anyone in the Hot Springs area that watched this video, if you have a paint shop, and I mean it's a single cab red truck, I'm going back red with it, so no need doing door jams or anything like that, or inside the engine bay, just the outside. of it. I just want to do the same stock red that it had when it came off the factory. But if anyone in this area does any painting, let me know about how much y'all can do it for. You can leave it in the comments, or leave your contact information in the comments, and I'll try to get to y'all. And I'd like to get this truck repainted here in the next few years, hopefully sooner. If this channel happens to skyrocket within the next few months to a year, then it'll be a lot sooner. But I would like to get this truck back up to its former glory with all the extras, and I would like to start driving it more. I might go ahead and get a different exhaust also, because this one, been on this truck for a while, about 8 years, and about ready for something different. Now I don't want my stock back on. I still have it, but I do want it to have a rumble still to it. I think we're good to check the oil now. And I already turned it off, and it's still running. That tells me also I have a clogged injector. I thought for a while I was going to have to get a new O2 sensor and put in, which I probably still will. I don't know if having that aftermarket exhaust will really hurt anything when it comes to that. But now let's check it. Some of that's because of the tube, and it's pretty good on the oil, so we're gonna call that good for today, and we'll catch y'all next time.